Thank you for joining us tonight. This is Tuesday, August the 30th. We are nearly at the end of winter.
Winter, yeah.
Yeah. We'll be in spring on Thursday. So, wow. Okay, so this is episode 16 of the Vegan Hour. Kirk has been with me once before from Farm Animal Rescue, and he's joining me again tonight because we have lots that we want to talk about with what Farm Animal Rescue does.
We only covered a little bit last time.
Now, also, before we get too carried away, also am aware that we are still having issues with pixelation, although we have hopefully improved the sound tonight. So let me know how that's looking. I'll just read your comments down here. Actually, I need to refresh this to see your comments come up, because it's a little bit hard to see them there. But thank you for joining us, Duncan and Stephen and Renee and Megan. Everybody's there, that's good. Okay, so we are filming with two cameras tonight. I believe because the first camera is being used to film Thor in Brisbane. Right, okay, so we're using the second camera. They took our first camera, can you believe it? So we're filming with two cameras. The second camera is the one that will be uploaded to YouTube, and that will be the version that we're actually looking at now here on the computer, which has my sponsors in the background. The banner is round the correct way with that version. So I'm sponsored by Burleytown Storage. We're coming to you live from Burleytown Storage and Vegan Frothers Cruelty-Free Clothing. So thank you very much, guys, for providing the space for us to live stream to the world. So I just wanted to start off with some events that are coming up. There's only two events that I want to discuss, and also a nice little surprise calendar that I want to show you. But let's just that'll be for the ladies. And we've got some. Let's just see the comments coming through here. Autumn says hi Autumn, and Elle is watching. Thank you for watching, Elle. Now, this Sunday is the 4th of September, and it is the Bris Vegan Fest. Starts at 8 AM, goes through to 3 PM. It's at West End at, I think it's called the South Leagues Club. So I've got down here Davies Park, but I'm not sure that that's right. I think it's South Leagues Club. Now, there's going to be a few of my friends there, like Lee Chantel, who will be doing some talking and hosting some panels. James Ashby will be there. There will be food. There will be kids' activities. There may even be music. Do you know if there's music?
Yeah, there'll be music. Farm Animal Rescue will be there.
Farm Animal Rescue will be there. So you'll be there, Kirk?
Yeah, I'm going to be there as a guest this time.
As a guest.
My first event as a guest.
Yeah. That's where it's at, yeah. And Elle says hi Elle. Yes, I'll be there as a guest. That's the only way to be, because I don't do anything else except eat food and be a guest.
Oh, you volunteer.
Oh, that's right, I volunteer. Yeah, I've got another one in October or something, I think.
Yeah,
you need more on the coast so I can volunteer down here more, yeah. Okay, so I want to mention the following Sunday also. I want to mention an event the following Sunday, September the 11th. This is Walk. Is it called Walk for Farm Animals?
Yeah, the Walk for Farm Animals.
The Walk for Farm Animals. Now, this is also going to be in Brisbane. It's
a Farm Animal Rescue event.
Farm Animal Rescue event starts at 10 AM.
Yeah, check-ins at 10 AM in Brisbane. All the information's on farmanimalrescue.org.au, or you can jump onto the farm's Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 10 o'clock check-in in Brisbane City. It's around a 4-kilometre walk. There'll be minimum 50 to 100 people walking through the city. We'll have some Why Vegan flyers that we'll be handing out in the city.
Why Vegan? Yeah, Why Vegan.
The brochures, the Why Vegan brochures, and we'll be obviously displaying our banner. So it's a police escorted walk through Brisbane City, and it will end at Riverside Markets, which coincidentally I'll be at running a Farm Animal Rescue store. So it's a perfect ending. Okay,
so that's in 2 Sundays' time. Possibly the only time you'll legally be escorted by police during a walk, as opposed to any other time when it may result in ending up in somewhere that you don't want to be. So guys, can I get some feedback how we're going for sound quality tonight? Can you hear us okay? Can you give us some feedback on that? Because we actually have the camera
Thor took our microphone as well.
Thor took our microphone. Actually, that's not. I've got just out of camera range. I have a microphone here that we were experimenting with. Next week, I've ordered some lapel mics. So always looking at doing things, trying to improve things. So Autumn says it's good, and Megan says it's kind of jumpy. That will be to do with our Wi-Fi still playing up a little bit. Still trying to figure out what's going on with it. But if you are having trouble with the jumpiness of the video, there will be a good version uploaded to YouTube in 1 or 2 days' time. So, and that will be perfect picture. We're looking at it now, and sound is perfect, so that will be good. Megan says it pauses and then you go in fast forward. Oh, that's how my life is. Now, talking about going in fast forward, I'm not sure how pixelated we are at the moment, and if you're going to be able to see this well enough to appreciate it. But I have an autographed copy of the Fireman's Calendar, featuring on the front our guest from last week, Jeff Leach, the vegan bodybuilder. He has signed it. It says, "Stay hot," from Jeff, and this is going to be given away in 2 weeks' time. This is one for the ladies. Jeff is actually in here, I think he was October, I think he said.
He said October.
I think he said October. Let's see if I can remember where my months are. Yeah, this is a bit of eye candy for you there, girls. Jeff from last week's show. It wasn't the best show. We had a lot of technical issues with that one. But looking at our live stream, looks like you can get a clear picture of that. This calendar is going to be given away to the person that shares the Vegan Hour the most over the next 2 weeks. So it's signed by Jeff. It says, "Stay hot." It actually has vouchers inside. You can win a Volkswagen. Don't know why you want it, but you
Do we know where other people can buy these?
I don't. But
should have asked Jeff.
I should have asked Jeff. But it's
we'll put it in the comments.
It's raising funds for Mates for Mates, which are returned servicemen, I believe,
yes,
and also Children's Hospital Foundation as well. So I'm wondering if there's...
and they're all real firefighters. I learned that one today.
Yes, all the guys in this calendar, if there's there might be...
everything I've already said.
Hang on, there might be an overview of... yeah, okay, well, I don't know how clear this is going to be because we're pixelated at the moment, but that is 4 of them there. And there's, on the back there's a few more. So this is definitely one for the ladies. I'm going to have to come up with one for the guys. So that's a giveaway in the next couple of weeks. Lindy Lou says it's her favourite calendar. Autumn says, yep, she can see it. And Cynthia says, sounds great. Picture is very Legoland. Yes, we know it's a Legoland picture. It's like we can get a good picture and average sound, or get a good sound and average picture. I don't know, technology. Okay, so what we want to do tonight is, last time Kirk was on the show, we talked about the animals.
We talked about the sanctuary side of the charity.
The sanctuary side of the charity, yes.
The rescue animals.
Yes.
So this time I figured we'll talk about the other side of the sanctuary.
The activism side?
Yeah, exactly okay. Right, yeah.
But before we do, if you're not aware of Farm Animal Rescue, can we just go...
Yep,
a quick overview of Farm Animal Rescue.
So Farm Animal Rescue is a not-for-profit charity in Brisbane, in Dayborough. I think they're around 4 years old now. They are 100% vegan charity, so they're a great place to volunteer for or to donate to. We've got around 60 resident animals that have all been, or almost all of them have been rescued from the food industry. Some of them from the entertainment industry.
So that was, what, 60 animals?
Yeah, I think
about 60.
Very close to
most
60.
of them rescued from food industry?
Yeah, food industry or entertainment industry.
Okay. So entertainment, so they'd be like from zoos or...
kids petting zoos.
Kids petting zoos,
yeah.
okay.
And then there's obviously sheep that we use for wool. I don't know what category that falls into.
Okay, okay.
But so we've got cows, pigs, sheep, goats, we've got roosters, chickens, we've got a duck. We've got the full range of farm animals. And so as I said, most of them are predominantly saved or rescued from the food industry. Just with a select few that have come from an entertainment industry. So we're giving them a second chance, and then we're rehabilitating.
And this is on a large 50-something acre property in Dayborough?
55-acre farm, So there's open
just
days,
north of Brisbane.
Correct. There's open days every 2 weeks. check Farm Animal Rescue's Facebook page or our website, farmanimalrescue.org.au, and there will be plenty of updates where the open days are free to attend, and you get to meet all the residents and hear their stories. So that's predominantly what we spoke about last time. But the farm is more than just a sanctuary. It is also the second part of what they do is they also promote veganism and promote a cruelty-free lifestyle and expose the lies or the truth behind what really happens in animal agriculture. So I think last time we spoke about the upcoming event, which was the premiere of The Judgment, the
premiere of a French film called The Judgment. Just before we talk about that, can I put a link for people watching? I'll put a link up now. What would be the website for Farm Animal Rescue? Is it?
It's just www.farmanimalrescue.org.au.
Animalrescue.org.au. See if I'm any good at
typing.
There we go. Okay, I'll put the link up for Farm Animal Rescue. Farm Animal No, I haven't. I've spelled it wrong. I'm not much good at this. Marcus says we've gone all pixely. Yes, Marcus, we are aware of that. Just bear with me a moment. Farm Animal Rescue. That's it. I got carried away. I wondered why I didn't get. There we go. All right. The link is there. Yes. So guys, and Marcus, we are aware that it's pixelated. A non-pixelated version of this will be on YouTube, on my YouTube channel in the next day or two. We're just having technology do what it does all the time. And John says, stop cracking your knuckles.
It's a habit.
It's a habit. Yeah, I used to do it. Okay, so sorry to interrupt you. Okay, so back to last time you were on the show. We were leading up to the French film, The Judgment, to be shown.
Yeah, so that's I guess one of the activism side of the farm. So the premiere of The Judgment, that went really well. That was another free event to come to. That was
in Brisbane.
It was at the Albion Peace Centre.
At the Albion Peace Centre, yes.
Around 50 guests turn up to watch that premiere and eat some food, which was all a free event to come to.
Can't believe I wasn't there eating food.
Yeah, I'm surprised you weren't. I could have cardboard you.
What was I thinking?
Yeah, and then we do the farm does a lot of other activism as well. So we handed out over 5,000 Farm Lies flyers during the ECA.
Wow.
So obviously a big part of the ECA is animal agriculture. So we had a whole bunch of volunteers, which I should do a shout out. Thank you for all the volunteers that came and supported us over those 3 or 4 days. Ultimately, we couldn't have done it without a volunteer, so big ups to you guys. So we handed out over 5,000 vouchers.
That is fantastic. That was over what, 3 days?
No, it was over about 4 or 5 days.
4 or 5 days. That was at the ECA. The ECA is for those that don't know, I mean, that's the Brisbane term for it. It's a Brisbane
show.
Exhibition show. Yes. And it's a very, if you're not aware, that show is actually very animal agriculture centred, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. They have animals on show. They're promoting animal agriculture.
They really are promoting animal agriculture. So just think about that for a minute, guys. To hand out 5,000 leaflets.
Yep.
And what was the title of the leaflet? It was
Farm Lies. So
Farm Lies.
I think I've got one in the boot.
Yeah.
It exposes the truth behind different animal agricultural practices.
So this is excellent. People going to an animal agricultural show, 5,000 people received a leaflet that actually was educating them and making them aware of the reality of what they're still promoting.
And we're hoping, that those people obviously read the flyer, walked in, saw the animal agricultural display, saw the animals, and could make an instant connection. They've just read the truth behind what happens to dairy cows, to goats, to sheep, to pigs. It's a small but very impactful little flyer. And then hopefully they can make a connection then and there and go, wow, this actually happens to this beautiful animal. And then, they hopefully will walk away feeling a little bit more inspired to make a step towards a cruelty-free lifestyle.
And also, Lucy has said thanks for mentioning the leaflet volunteers.
Yes, thank you. Well, it can't happen without our volunteers.
Yes.
The whole farm, everyone's a volunteer. we all work hard to get it out there, and I mean that's why I'm here to promote it. It's a wonderful place. It's not just a sanctuary for animals to be saved. I mean that's great, and that's what I fell in love with the farm straight away. But as you discover, the charity is so much more. They're not just about let's rescue animals. Let's rescue animals, but let's do the next step. Let's try and educate the public. Let's try to raise awareness of a cruelty-free lifestyle. Raise awareness of the harsh reality that is the animal agricultural industry, of what actually happens, and then promote veganism and promote a cruelty-free lifestyle all at once. So we're out and about, just like the Walk for Farm Animals on September 11th. It's not too late to register. Jump on our website. You can register for that. Join the walk.
So
through Brisbane City, it's going to be a good day. Hopefully, get some media attention. But it will turn heads regardless. We'll be handing out brochures on the day. And that's just another one of the great things that Farm Animal Rescue does.
So to register for that walk on September the 11th, just go to the link that I provided in the comments here for Farm Animal Rescue, and you can register. There's already, I think, at least 50 people or something registered for that so far, I think. Is that right?
A couple of days ago I checked, there was about 50 people registered, and as always with all of our events, numbers usually double in the last couple of days. So
yes,
no
of
doubt
course, I'd expect that.
8th of September we'll probably have over 100. Last year's result was amazing. There was a large amount of people walking through the city. We've got some very large banners that we hold and promote the day. So again, it's raising awareness. There'll be thousands of people through Brisbane City. They're going to see this. They're going to question it. They're going to get handed a voucher or a flyer and a brochure, I should say. And it's going to be a good day. It's raising awareness for farm animals.
Yeah, excellent. And there's I mean, it's fantastic, isn't it? The amount of events that we are seeing now.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's good crazy, isn't it?
Every time I book an event, I can't clash. I have to clash.
Yeah, you have to clash. That's right. Yeah, because there's so many different events that it's just it is awesome. It'd be pretty hard. You'd have to really have your head in the sand to not notice the events that have been happening.
Well, I think that's one of the best parts about how dedicated all the vegans are. We're having so many events that we're pushing it to mainstream.
Yes.
And like today, I saw a post that the homemade ice cream that drives around your neighbourhood ringing a bell now has coconut milk ice cream. So they're now selling vegan ice cream.
Yeah.
So it may seem really minimal, but to me that's a huge thing.
That's inroads being made.
And I don't think that would be on there if we weren't so loud and proud and we weren't promoting this lifestyle.
Definitely.
I mean, there's no doubt saw it as a business opportunity, but it's the first step to get that product on the shelf.
And hopefully then there's an ethical connection made at some point. It may start off as a business opportunity, but hopefully the awareness increases to an ethical connection.
Well, that's the story behind Feed the Earthlings. Have you heard that story?
I have. I've spoken to Tiki about that. I think it was actually, from what I remember, folks, Feed the Earthlings is
It's an all-vegan fast food takeout shop in Ashmore.
Yes. Oh, you said it better than I could. I was going to say pizza and burger place.
I've been there like 150 times already. Yeah.
Well, tell us a story because.
Well, Tiki's story is they had a pizza shop. They still do in Capalaba. And a customer walked in just wanting a vegetarian pizza without cheese and was extremely thankful that Tiki said, "Yeah, I'll make you a vegetarian pizza without cheese." And then the customer explained that she was vegan and that she found it very hard to find vegan food in Capalaba. So that put a light bulb spark in Tiki's brain. Business opportunity. Let's start selling vegan food. We've just heard it from the mouth of a vegan. It's hard to get food in this area. So she started doing her research into different options for vegan food, and then just decided to research, exactly what vegan is. And then not too long later, her and her family are now vegan. So one small seed planted, it all works. So it's a great.
They've got the complete 100% vegan.
Yeah, so they've transitioned from a shop in Capalaba to Ashmore. Yeah. The shop is 100% vegan.
Yes. And there's regular events there too, isn't there? Sunday.
They're having
Sunday events.
Yeah, they're having a feed. Omnis Eat Free.
Omnis Eat Free.
Vegan. So they're trying to get omnivores to actually try vegan food for free, which they're obviously not going to profit from. That's her way of giving back to the community and reaching out. And
isn't that fantastic that when people make that connection and that whole sort of compassionate softening comes through, that then we want to give back in whatever way sort of works for us. I mean, the vegan hour is my little way of trying to give back a bit, create a little bit of awareness. And you know, there's just these different ideas. I keep hearing new ideas coming up. And it's really it's invigorating, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's any. Well, firstly, I think that what we're doing is great, but I think it's necessary.
Yes.
Like I don't think eating.
Yes.
I don't think going vegan is the answer. I think that's the step. That's the first step.
The first step.
I think there's many steps after that.
Yes.
And I'm pretty happy that majority of vegans are switched on to know that the first step of veganism is going vegan. But then there's multiple steps. If you want to really push the animal rights movement, then you've got to do more than just stop eating animals.
Yes.
And that's what a lot of us are already doing. And that's why I volunteer, and that's why I try to get new volunteers to come and join us. We collectively can have a huge impact on the animal rights movement and on veganism.
Now, Lindy asks, where is the restaurant? So if I just type in...
it's called Feed the Earthling.
I'll just type in the name.
It's in Ashmore.
Because I won't be able to link...
There it is.
Oh, it did come up. Okay.
So it's actually Shop 5, 163 Currumbin Road.
Currumbin Road.
Yeah, I didn't read that. I just remembered it.
Okay, I put the link. And Lucy has put the link even quicker than... Oh, good on you, Lucy. Thank you for that. Done well.
Another example of a vegan community.
And also, I wanted to make a shout out to Lucy and to your amazing daughter Pixie, who was up there leafleting at the the Echo, which was fantastic.
Lucy's great. She's volunteered for Farm Animal Rescue quite a number of times, and she was one of our volunteers at the Echo leafleting day. And her daughter Pixie, who's 6.5, was stood there the whole day handing out leaflets. She's a very compassionate little kid.
Isn't that fantastic when you've got someone so young that knows the right thing to do?
I don't know many 6.5-year-olds that would be happy to stand outside a gate of really like a carnival type event where they probably would prefer to be inside and hand out farm lives flyers to strangers all day long. It's a long event and they did it. They're great.
A big shout out there to Lucy and your wonderful daughter Pixie. That's fantastic. Yeah. That's inspiring. Again, when I hear of examples of people doing this, of stepping out of their comfort zone, or just knowing that it's naturally the right thing to do, it really does help create the change that we need in the world. Lucy says thanks guys, or thanks guys.
Actually, while we're on that topic,
Di says Uno.
I was going to say, while we're on that topic, Vegan Kid, if you search that on Facebook, that's a new clothing line that the designs are done by Lucy's little daughter Pixie.
Yes, great designs too.
Pixie has put together some little designs that she'd like to share to her friends, and
Lucy will put the... I'm sure, Lucy, you'll put the link up almost straight away. I had a sneak peek of them before she released them, and I just... Awesome.
I
really,
think
really
if we
cool.
can get kids involved, I mean, they're the next generation, so that's probably one of the most important, and they're obviously naturally compassionate too when they're young.
Kids are naturally compassionate.
Discrimination and taught these things.
This is I've said this before, but I'll say it again. For me, going vegan at 16 and feeling like I was like an alien, because I just didn't know anyone else that was doing the same thing that I was doing, to now see so many people in that age group or younger doing the same thing, but doing way more than I was doing. I mean, all I did was change my diet. I mean, I really wasn't doing any activism or anything. I did try talking to some people, but people didn't want to listen.
It happens every day.
It happens all the time. But yes, so to see so many young people, I meet them through the Vegan Life group and through Young Gold Coast Vegans, through the different Facebook groups. It's just so inspiring. It's fantastic. Yeah. We have a good future ahead of us with this sort of awareness and this sort of activism happening now. Lucy just says, "You're making me work. You can find her awesome t-shirt designs here at Vegan Kid." Thank you for the link, Lucy. I couldn't figure out how to easily get it to come up on the on my computer there, so thank you, appreciate that. So let's go back to
Farm Animal Rescue.
Back to Farm Animal Rescue, which is the reason you're here tonight.
Yes, exactly right. So if you want to get involved, there's plenty of ways you can. You can volunteer through multiple different avenues. There's actually internships on the farm where you can live on the farm and help with the day-to-day farm activities or farm chores that are required to be done. But we really do need volunteers at the events. So the more events we can do, well, the more volunteers we have, the more events we can do. And yeah, so if you're interested in that, shoot me an email. My email is kirk@farmanimalrescue.org.au.
Can I put that in here?
Yes.
It is Kirk.
That's it.
At
farmanimalrescue.org.au. So shoot me an email, or I'm sure I'll be linked to this video. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Send me a personal message. And you'll be joining a not-for-profit charity team that is literally trying to change the world. Our motto is to create a world of compassion, and we are more than just a sanctuary. So we are out there in the street promoting our cruelty-free lifestyle. We're promoting veganism. We're raising awareness of the truth behind the harsh truth behind animal agriculture. I'm sorry.
What you're talking about is obviously very serious, but some of the comments coming through made me laugh. I'm sorry. Lucas said, I never realised Harry could pass for Kirk's dad. Anyone else? Kirk, take your hat off. And Asher has replied, I'm half your dad. I feel half his son.
Maybe in height.
And we have a question from Elle. She wants to go more on a personal thing. Maybe we can, Elle asks if you can tell us about what made you go vegan and when, but maybe we can come back to that.
Yeah, I'm happy to.
Because I want you to talk more about Farm Animal Rescue and that. I just want to throw in there too also that volunteering is very, very rewarding. It's selfless. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think you get out more than you put in.
Yes,
definitely.
That is.
You grow as a person. Like for myself, I not too long ago stood up in front of about 60 students at Bond University and did a talk on pig farming, on piggeries, and the truth and about what really happens to pigs. And yeah, I don't think I would have done that if it was about myself. I probably would have backed out, but I was more motivated to raise the awareness and to represent Farm Animal Rescue to these students. So that to me, that was, even though it was volunteer work and it was after hours after I'd done an 8-hour shift at work on a weekday, it was extremely rewarding. I grew personally as a person, and I think I took away just as much from that personally as I hope I left all these students inspired to do some more research and
how did you get some feedback from that?
It was fantastic. We had an RSPCA representative there as well, who was asked to speak, and he was blown away because obviously we know RSPCA, they approve practices and they have the RSPCA approved pork, and I was specifically speaking about the pigs. So that was good, and a lot of the young girls were. A lot of the ladies were definitely emotionally affected. Some of the guys were smiling at first, just had blank faces at the end. They were a little bit shocked. But there were a lot of young ladies that were quite teary-eyed and upset. I showed some videos from AussieFarms.com. That Chris Delforce uses, and his work is amazing. And his videos leave you. They're short. I showed 2 short 3-minute videos, and they have a strong impact on you. But then I also went through the stories of our resident pigs and the condition they came in. They came in to us like sick with pneumonia and very ill, with their tails cut and their testicles cut, and they're literally like, they're this big. So I used their stories and showed videos of how they are now, which they're doing great. One unfortunately died due to related injuries from the animal agriculture. It's unfortunate. Pigs they grow so fast because we've genetically modified them that their bones can give in and their organs can fail because they're not designed to be. They're not meant to be 350, 400 kilos. So that was a sad story. But then we've got 3 others that are from that batch that have survived and now probably my favourite residents to visit at the farm. They're like a giant dog.
They are big. They are big. Gentle giants. Gentle giants. So this is wonderful because Farm Animal Rescue just encompasses so much more than just providing an opportunity, a shelter for the animals.
Yes.
That's just the starting point, isn't it?
That is just the starting
Yes,
point.
yeah.
It is more than just a sanctuary. I really want to change that to our new motto. More than
it's
just
more
a
than just a sanctuary. That's
more
good.
than a sanctuary.
Yeah.
So it truly is. We do so much more than just save the animals. Although that's a great thing, and we don't use the animals, but we tell and show their stories. They're all free. That the residents are free to go wherever they want on the farm. There's no boundaries. They're free to browse. They're free to wander, which they do and they love it. But we use their stories to our guests that visit the farm on open days to inspire them to create to adapt a cruelty-free lifestyle.
I think that makes a real connection, doesn't it?
Yes, it's worked plenty of times. If you jump onto the Facebook page and view some of the feedback, there's been vegetarians that have gone to the farm and been blown away by what they've told and they've gone vegan. It works for my friend. I took him to the farm with my hidden agenda. I told him I just didn't want to drive up there by myself. On the way back, he was just blown away, wouldn't stop talking about it, and about 2 days later decided he was going vegan.
Wow.
And that was from straight meat eater too, so an omnivore. There is plenty. We've had a 10-year-old girl who went there with her parents. Nobody's a vegetarian, nobody's a vegan in the family.
Right.
She left a vegan. Her mother's emailed the farm to say that you had such a good positive impact on my daughter. She wants to adapt a cruelty-free lifestyle. We're supporting her. She's gone vegan.
Wow.
And at the judgment premiere at the Albion Peace Centre, we had a 10-year-old volunteer. She came and volunteered. Seriously.
Awesome. How is that? I mean, that is just fantastic. You kids out there, you just amaze me. You're showing the adults up.
Yeah, exactly.
You're actually, that's hard. So much respect to you guys for actually not giving in to society's conditioning and for actually listening to your heart when it comes to compassion and the right way to treat animals and all life. So, much respect to the kids, because you really are, you're educating the adults when you choose to do things like that. It's fantastic. There's some comments been coming in as we're talking. A lot of them have to do with my lack of hair and how I look like your father, and there's a whole, if anyone's reading the comments here, I don't know how to take you guys seriously, but okay. Luke asks, Kirk, did you ask the RSPCA rep about their approved pig factories? Did you?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So that was a great part of the day. Is the RSPCA representative went first, and he actually started off with, he introduced himself and then started off with, firstly, I'd like to say that the RSPCA isn't opposed to animals being used for food. So that was his statement to begin with. But then obviously he talked about the cruelty practices and how they're trying to push animals, push the farmers and the animal agriculture industry into a less cruelty, cruel practices, I should say. But as we all know, there's no such thing as going cruelty-free and still eating meat. It's impossible. So
no such thing as humane death.
Yes, exactly right. So no, I did. One of the videos I showed actually showed the gas chamber, which is RSPCA approved, and then I highlighted how it's actually a very painful way to die. The pigs squeal in pain. The gas ignites to a burning sensation anywhere with moisture, so down their lungs, in their ears, in their eyes.
Yes.
And that's RSPCA approved, and I pointed those things out to the entire crowd, including the gentleman who was very actually understanding and definitely did not have any animosity towards me whatsoever. And he was amazed. He said he was going home to watch the full what's the documentary called?
Is it Lucent?
Lucent, thank you.
Yes,
he was going home to watch the Lucent documentary. I showed the trailer of that. So if you haven't seen it, watch it.
Yes.
It's a free documentary, aussiefarms.com.au, or you can just search Lucent documentary and it'll be one of the first two that pops up. And he also took away some vegan starter kits. He took some brochures away. So I was really impressed. Yeah.
That's fantastic, brother. That is awesome. I
was happy. Thank you.
Done well. I'm impressed. So, that's the thing, guys. We have no excuse nowadays. Right at the, we've got social media, we've got the internet. There is no excuse to not be aware of what is going on. And all this BS about humane, RSPCA approved and humane meat and or whatever else, and all this crap that people come up with to justify their taste buds, basically, right?
Yeah.
The bottom line is, if you can live a happy, healthy, harmonious life without hurting others, why wouldn't you? Because there is, and in fact, the opposite is correct. If you're eating meat, it's harming you, it's harming the animal, obviously.
Harming the environment.
It's harming the environment. Somebody, one of the excuses, and I was reading it again today, the excuse about people saying, oh, but you're vegan, so you're killing the plants. It's like, hang on a second. You pick an apple or a lemon or bananas or something, that doesn't kill the plant. The plant keeps producing fruit.
Yeah.
You can't pick a cow or a pig or its entire life just got wiped out because of your desire for the taste of blood. I mean, it's insane when you think about it. Yeah. And then when you look at all this BS about this humane killing, if you see the way that just go on YouTube and have a look at the gas chambers that the pigs. Yeah. You only have to watch, I've watched maybe 30 seconds of it or something. You don't have to. Sorry.
Got a good story about it's probably you could lean it towards a good story.
Yeah.
One of my old personal trainers is in Hong Kong. Walked past a piggery or a slaughterhouse for pigs.
Yeah.
Didn't know what he was walking past. Heard screaming, and he thought it sounded like a bunch of schoolgirls.
Yes.
And he panicked and tried to get help, and the locals told him it's just a slaughterhouse, and over 10 years has gone past and he still hasn't eaten pork. He can't eat it now because he's not vegetarian or vegan, but he is traumatized for life to not eat pork because of the sounds he heard of hearing these pigs scream to death. It's shocking.
There is the reality, folks. There it is. If you think it's acceptable to eat animals, then why do they scream and fight to their death? Because all life wants to live, and it's not acceptable, obviously. And then the reality is, if you're such a courageous person to do it, go down and see what's actually involved, and see if you're as courageous as you think you are.
A lot of people don't watch these videos because they know it'll have an impact on them.
Yeah.
If someone's going to throw that argument at me, I'll stop eating plants when they start running away.
Yeah, when they start running away. That's good.
I will not eat plants if they run away before I eat them. I'll give them that. I'll let them go. Until that, I'm going to keep eating my fruits and veggies.
I'm sorry we got carried away a bit there, and a lot of comments came past, and I've actually missed them. Lindy says, well done, Kirk. Megan says, my side of the argument is that they are also harming the plants. That's right, because they're
exactly right. Yeah.
Yes, a meat eater is actually eating more plants.
Yes, and a meat eater doesn't realise that when they eat a steak, they're eating a lot more plants, because to get that steak to that size and to grow the cow, that cow was force-fed a lot more plants. Yeah. So if you really want to save plants, you stop eating animals. You only eat plants, and less plants are being horrifically murdered.
That's right.
Because
that's
think about that.
John says, well, who is this John Fanning? Would he be related to you by any chance?
I'll have to look it up. I guess so.
I'm reckoning that he might be your father, maybe.
He is. I think that is my dad.
You've had a compliment from your dad.
He's my only bandwagon fan. Thanks, Dad.
And what else have we got here? Brooke said hi earlier. Sorry. Hi, Brooke. Good. Nice that you're watching. Astra says, the amount of plants an animal consumes by the time the animal is consumed is how many times the plants you'd eat. Such a ridiculous argument, like all of them. Yes, which is what...
I think it's like 20 times, isn't it?
I don't know the number, but yes, it would be a lot. Excuse me. Luke says, it comes down to sentient beings versus non-sentient. And Jamie says, I'm here. Well, that's good. We were wondering where you were. Yeah. We were going to stop the live stream because we were going to send out the authorities.
Cancel the search party.
Yes. Yeah, hang on. I'll just get on the phone. No, I can't. It's up there. Okay. Now, I feel that there's more stuff here that we haven't covered yet.
Yes.
Okay. So let's get back to the topic tonight's topic. Well, this is the thing with live stream, isn't it? This is good. Yeah. It's very, hit and miss as it goes. The questions come in. This is what we want, audience participation. Okay.
Definitely. 2 more quick things we'll talk about far, and then we can get to answering all the questions, I guess.
Okay. Yep.
One more little thing we do, which I love about the farm. It's not it's a practice that a lot of activists are adapting to. Is we do pay-per-view now as well. So we have some tablets, and we will load up Lucent or a 3-minute trial of a video, and I think 1,000 Eyes is one that we use, which is a short little impactful video. Yeah. And then we'll pay. We even have some booths that are specifically made up, like a voting booth, so the viewer has a little bit of, I guess, privacy to view it, less distraction from the outside world. And we'll either give them a cupcake for free or a $2 gold coin to watch this video.
You're doing this
at different events. In the public, of course. Yeah. It's out and about in the public. So anywhere we can get approval to do so.
I'm a strong believer that that's a good way of creating awareness.
I first saw it in Perth, or I'm sure it was in Perth. I'm sure it's been done everywhere already. But yes, and I know some locals have done it in Surfers Paradise recently.
They did.
A lot of people do. A lot of people just stand on a train with a laptop and do it. But this way, the viewer's invited. You know they're going to pay attention. We give them headphones. They can sit there. They can listen to it. And that there is just the farm's way of trying to educate the public. As I've been saying all night, it's more than just the farm. It's more than just a sanctuary. We're out there paying the general public $2 or a free vegan cupcake to watch this 3-minute video, quickly educate themselves, and again the whole idea is to hope that they walk away with a curiosity to do further research, or walk away inspired to adapt to this lifestyle and to further increase the animal rights movement and the vegan awareness.
So, and what is your feedback when you've been doing that? It's been good.
I personally haven't been.
You haven't been involved personally.
No, I'm too busy with all of my events.
Yeah. There's not enough hours in the day for what you do.
That's why I'm tired. But no, the feedback's always good. So yeah, we've had recently we've been doing some market stalls at Riverside Markets. Now I organise.
That's Riverside Markets in Brisbane, guys.
Yes, at the Brisbane Botanic Gardens. It's on every Sunday. We're not there every Sunday, but if you follow the farm's page, whenever I am there, you will create an event to specifically let our supporters know. And I put my foot into the Riverside Markets for fundraising purposes, to raise money so we can continue to do this. And that's kind of what my motivation was for, but it turns out that place is great for activism. I've never handed out so many vegetarian or vegan starter kits, which are vegetarian starter kits are vegan.
That's right. Yeah, just to clarify that. Yeah. It's called a vegetarian starter kit, but it is actually vegan. Yes.
I'd like to see it called a vegan starter kit, but for now it's a vegetarian starter kit. Farm-wise, heaps of different brochures that we have. Most events will hand out a few, but we're handing out 40 to 50 during a short period, or to the general public. The activism side and the outreach side is great. So I'm trying to be there as often as I can. At the moment, we're allowed once a month. There's no permanent position.
Okay. But
the goal would be to get into Riverside Markets every Sunday. But again, I need volunteers.
So are you on a certain day of the month?
No, at the moment it's very ad hoc, so we're there on the 11th, so that way after the 4-kilometre walk for farm animals through Brisbane City, we have a barbecue ready to go, so I'll be cooking that up. So if you join the walk for farm animals, you can come say g'day to me when you get to the farm, to the markets, I should say, at Brisbane Botanic Garden.
And they're pretty busy, the Riverside Markets, aren't they?
Yeah, it's actually a really nice day. Where we get set up, because we're in this temporary location, we're near the stage, so the music's quite nice. Again, it doesn't feel like volunteering. If you're interested in it, I mean, the only thing that I could change, I like to sleep in. You've got to get up early to get to the market in time. But other than that, you don't feel like you're working. You're enjoying the day. You're socialising, you're talking to the other like-minded volunteers that are there. You're enjoying the music. Of course you get breaks. There's another 50 stores to go browse and whatnot. You're in the Botanic Garden, so you want to go take a lunch break, you can go sit under a tree. It's a really nice day.
I just want to interrupt you, sorry. Jamie's made a comment which I want to read before it disappears, and it just disappeared.
You want to copy and paste that comment again?
Do you want to put that comment again? I'm sorry, it's because on my computer I can only read 4 or 5 comments at a time.
Ashra's brought up a really good point too. Riverside Markets, we're actually showcasing vegan food. So she's written here that simple food is great.
Yep.
There's misconceptions about vegan food, and I've had zero negative feedback. We've been to Riverside Markets twice. There's been hundreds and hundreds of people that have walked past.
Yeah.
And absolutely, zero negative feedback. Every omnivore that's tried it has been amazed. We had a diabetic gentleman that took all the magazines and brochures. He was blown away by the health benefits. It's fantastic. And Jamie's just commented again.
Okay, so I've got Jamie. Jamie says, we are having a Cowspiracy viewing night at uni soon. The event will be posted here. The Friendly Vegan Club Gold Coast, Griffith University Crushers. So that looks like that's a link there. Yes, okay, good. Thanks for that, Jamie. And Claire from Noosa, I met Claire, I was up there on Friday, Go Vegan Deli. Wonderful food. Talking about wonderful food.
I saw that. I haven't been there, but I saw your post.
It was good to chat with you on Friday, Claire. She says, where can we get the starter kits from? Collect or by post?
Animals Australia. They print them, and I believe they will just charge you postage and handling. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Don't quote me, but
Animals Australia, you can get the starter kits from, and you'd ask for the vegetarian starter kit, but it is vegan.
It's vegan, yes. So I'm not sure what the reasoning is behind that. I have learnt recently that strict vegetarian is meant to be a vegan diet, but obviously a vegan diet is, a vegan is a lifestyle, not just a diet, whereas a strict vegetarian follows the same rules.
Yep.
But the great thing about the vegetarian starter kit is the products in there are what you get from off the shelf at Coles and Woolworths. So you can, when we're teaching someone about veganism and they go, but what about cheese, what about dairy, we open up the brochure right there in front of them and say, this is at Coles, I buy it all the time, this is your bio cheese, this is your Nuddle X, this is your vegan mayo. You don't miss out on anything. They're amazed that there's all these options. Because, I mean, fair enough, maybe 10, 20 years ago, maybe 20 odd years ago when you went, you went vegan, there was no options.
Yeah, there was no options.
Now there's so many options at the home ice cream, ringing the bell, and they've got vegan options. Like, that's amazing, crazy. So there's no...
And I was talking to somebody on the weekend who came from Wagga. Now, Wagga you wouldn't expect to be very vegan, would you?
No.
Their Coles had bio cheese. It had, I think it had the vegan corn, I think she was, the fries. It had the fries and the bio cheese in Coles in Wagga. I mean, it's like, that's quite amazing.
And I'm sure there's an IGA there, they've probably got a bigger range.
Yeah, IGA's got, actually...
Everyone forgets about IGA.
Yeah, look, we checked the IGA in Maroochydore, and yes, they had quite a substantial range there of a whole heap of different vegan cheeses. And so I was curious to see.
About a year ago or two, I went to Townsville for a long weekend, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to shop vegan. And no, I survived completely fine. If the menu didn't have any vegan options on it, they quite easily veganized something for me. It was all delicious. I thought I'd be flying home going, I need food, but no, it was absolutely fine. Like, there was quite a bit, to be honest, and that was Townsville. Like if the place I went to didn't have it, they would.
And that was 2 years ago, so it'd be even better.
That was about 2 years ago.
I know we're a bit pixelated, guys, so I can't show you a really clear picture of what we've been snacking on tonight. But this is a 100% vegan Gold Coast-based company called Leader Nutrition, and they do fantastic biscuits that you can actually buy direct off their website, or you can get them in Coles and Woolies. We've been eating the chocolate-coated sandwich biscuit with a creamy choc filling. It looks like a Tim Tam, except it's cruelty-free. So gluten-free, wheat-free, dairy-free, egg-free, vegan. What more could you want? So I know I've mentioned them before. It's been a few weeks since. I think the last time you were on the show, we might have been snacking.
No, we were supporting Cliff Bars.
Oh, we were supporting Cliff Bars.
About 40 cents. Thanks for that.
That's all right, mate. The struggle is real. So we've got less than 10 minutes. So what else?
Well, last but not least, if you can't volunteer, I'm sorry, guys. There's been a lot of comments tonight, and it's going fast. So
it's going fast, yeah.
But I know some people have said they can't volunteer Sundays or they can't do Saturdays. There is always going to be a Saturday or a Sunday, vice versa. Sundays do happen to be a lot, but I am working towards Saturday events, and then just keep following the farm, and you'll see the events, and you might be able to volunteer. But a great way to support the farm without actually volunteering, if you are preoccupied, is the Supporters Club. Now, I mentioned this last time, so I want to mention it again.
And I joined the next day.
Thank you very much. The Supporters Club is a 2-minute process on the website to sign up. It is $10 a month, so it's $2.50 a week.
Yeah.
Extremely cheap. It's an automatic thing through PayPal. So all
Less
you
than
need,
a packet of these.
It is. So all you need to do is have a PayPal account. You can sign up. It'll take you like 2 minutes to sign up. You can cancel at any time. But you become one of our supporters. It's just a small contribution, $10 a month, $2.50 a week. And that there will help go towards all the great things that the charity does. Not only will it help to go towards actually feeding and providing bedding for the farm animals, for all the residents that we have. And obviously the more funds that we can bring in, the more animals we can save. But it also goes towards being able to promote veganism and to promote animal rights into the general public. All these brochures, not all of them, but majority of the brochures we have, FAR now has quite a large, extensive range of exclusive to farm animal rescue. We're using the sort of stories of our residents on the brochures. So they cost money. Obviously the pay-per-view setup costs money. But we're out there and we're promoting it to the public, and that's what we want. And if you want to be a part of it, if you're sitting back right now and you're going, I love this, I want to be a part of it, but I can't because, I've got children, I've got pets, or I've got whatever it is, you've got work commitments. Well, you can be a part of it. You don't have to physically be there. Join the Supporters Club. It's $10 a month. I signed up, I think, on the way home from visiting the farm because I was so inspired.
Excellent.
Over a year ago when I first went, and yeah, it's a great way to support the farm without actually volunteering. But of course, your time volunteering is priceless. We need manpower. We can build a team. We can be at Riverside Markets every week. That's probably 1,000 people every Sunday. We can promote this cruelty-free lifestyle, and it all works. A little bit of activism works. My favourite story is Renee. She went vegan because she went to a public toilet in the rain, shut the door, sat down, and it said "Watch Earthlings."
On the back of the door.
Never heard of it. So someone graffitied or stickered "Watch Earthlings." She'd never heard of it. She wasn't vegan, she wasn't vegetarian, she went home, she watched it, she's now vegan. So somebody's little message was all it took to plant a seed for someone to go vegan. So amplify that with food samples at Riverside Markets, with brochures, with trained and educated volunteers. I have a great team at the moment. They are perfect. They're educating the curious passers-by. We've had no negative comments. We've probably said hello to over 1,000 people in 2 events, and we've had no negative feedback whatsoever.
Wow, that is awesome. And
then we're promoting the food. So if Watch Earthlings on the back of a toilet wall can plant a seed, think of the impact we're doing to the general public when we're doing so much more. I'm telling them to go home and watch Earthlings. Don't worry. I'm throwing that seed there too, and so's all the team. But so if we can get a bigger, stronger volunteer basis, we could hopefully be there weekly, and that would have a huge impact.
That would be fantastic.
It also does help raise money for the farm because we are selling food.
Yep.
And every little cent counts. And hopefully,
you are working towards it. Compared to where farm animal rescue's only been going, 4 years?
About 4 years. Yeah. And the last 12 months, I think we've grown. We've had our best year. So for everything, for animals that we've rescued, for farm growth, for supporters, for volunteers. But we need to keep growing. We want to obviously promote this as much as we can. We need to be loud and proud.
We've got time for maybe one more question there. Astra's saying, Kirk, do they have many animals at present they're wanting to adopt out?
We're working towards that. There's obviously some strict procedures that we have to follow or that we want to implement for that. But stay tuned, Astra, because we do want to. We're at 55 acres does have a limit or capacity of animals that you're allowed by council regulations. And the plan would be to find vegan farms for these animals to go to. Or for instance, a pig could go to a vegetarian farm, but a cow would go to a vegan farm. Because of being a pig, it'd be fine at a vegetarian farm. So that would be the plan. We've actually applied for a grant, and we'll hopefully get it to have like an adoption shed.
That's good.
Astra would.
That's a good question, Astra. Lucy says, awesome interview. You do an amazing job in our vegan community, Kirk. And she really appreciates the shout out, and you do a fantastic job, very selfless. No worries, I second that. He certainly does. Di is joining tonight, so I guess that means Di, you're joining the supporters club.
Thank you so much.
That is fantastic, Di. Astra says, if Kale goes missing, check my paddocks. Kale is the pig, isn't he?
No, he's a calf.
Oh, it's the calf.
Although he's growing.
What was the name of the big pig? That was...
It's Howard.
No, it wasn't Howard, the one I'm thinking of. Anyway.
There's a few.
Cain.
Yeah. You're probably thinking of Cain.
Cain!
Yeah.
Cain. Cain sounds like kale. Yeah.
Yeah, so, well, if you want to pinch him, you probably have to wrestle me to get Kale.
How old's Kale?
He's less than a year.
Less than a year.
Probably only had him for 6 months, and he's growing rapidly.
Yeah.
He came to us very weak and dehydrated. Kale needed immediate care, so we had to take him straight to a hospital, an animal vet. But no, he's doing fine now. He's.
I remember you talking about Kale before.
Yeah, they were the two newest.
They were the two newest residents.
We've
That's
had
right.
a few since then. We've got Rocky, who was a rooster who
Rocky the
who
rooster.
literally had his neck snapped. And then survived, and then the owners decided to give him a second chance, since snapping his neck didn't kill him. So we now have Rocky. We've got a new goat as well. I'm going to forget this one. We've got Jackson, possibly, that we've rescued since.
That'd be a cool name for a goat, Jackson.
I think
if that's his name.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're always growing. We're taking on as many as we can.
Your father says, "Well done, son." The compliments are coming in. You're well received. You're really getting the message across really well. And Astra says, "Keep eye out."
Keep eye out
for Wrestle Tomorrow. All right, yeah. Going to be wrestled for eye out. Right, okay, Astra, we got that. Astra wants Kale. Wants Kale
I think everybody wants Alfie and Kale.
Alfie, that's right, Alfie and Kale. Alfie and Kale, I remember now from the first time you were on, yep. So guys, I'm going to start winding up because it's we've got about a couple of minutes left to go. Very much have enjoyed having you on tonight. You've been very well received. Thank you for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
It's been great. We've talked about a lot of different things tonight. I hope you guys have got information from this to help inspire you, to help volunteer, to help Farm Animal Rescue with the wonderful work that they do. So yes, I'll just make a brief mention again.
Yes, next time you see me, I will be a firefighter.
Next time, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this picture because we're a bit pixelated, but Kirk will be in this next year, in next year's calendar.
I'm signing up tomorrow.
Start sharing this live stream so you ladies can have something to gawk at. This will be given away in 2 weeks' time. Personally signed by Jeff Leach, who was on the show last week. So that is being given away in 2 weeks' time. Next week, I have my friends Lindy and Dennis, who are vegans in their 60s, and they have made an amazing health turnaround. So it's really, really good to hear about how changing to a plant-based diet has made an enormous difference to their health, and then also the awareness that's gone from there, or increases from there into the whole vegan lifestyle and that. So Lindy and Dennis will be joining me next week, so that'll be for episode 17. I thank everyone. Let's see. Jamie endorses your being in the being in the firefighters.
We didn't get back to Elle. Sorry, Elle.
What was Elle?
One at a time. One of her questions that we said we'd get back to.
Sorry, Elle.
It's a long story.
Yes.
It's not too long, but we've only got 2 minutes.
Yes. Next time you're on, we'll do it.
Next time, yeah.
Yeah, because we did talk about it last time. And Megan says the video and sound is much better on a mobile device. I made a slight change to tonight's filming. I'm filming with the phone around the other way, so things are reversed in the background. Talking about in the background, a shout out to Shane from Vegan Frothers Cruelty Free Clothing and Burleytown Storage. Thank you for providing the premises that we can film from, and thank you for doing what you do. So this has been episode 16 of the Vegan Hour. A non-pixelated version of this video will be on my YouTube channel in the next day or two, so I will be posting that on my timeline, and you'll be able to see us in all our glory with all of our pixels. Thank you for joining us, guys. It's been fun. And we will see you same time next week for episode 17. So thank you again, sir. Thank you. Okay, so
Thanks,
remember,
guys.
guys, to live vegan and save lives, and to support farm animal rescue. So I'll see you soon.